What is going on, guys? This is Eski here, and this is my week 1 team builder for the Battle Union. It is finally starting after a long wait. And this is week 1. We're gonna face the Meath Mamoswines that are coached by Potato Jim. I'll definitely recommend you guys to check out his channel. He does Pokemon movie reviews, and those are not just any reviews. Those are the best reviews I've seen about those Pokemon movies. So I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Pretty chill dude, pretty awesome dude. Definitely check it out. But he might be a nice dude, but we have to beat him this week 1. Unfortunately as that is, we have to beat him. And as you guys can see on the screen, he has Mega Aggron, Latios, Florges, Shamey, Terrakion, Rotom Heat. He had Blastoise, but he decided to bench Blastoise in the favor of Mesprit. He has Pangoro and Zygarde. So, what I expect him to bring before I go into my depth into my team. I expect him to bring Mega Aggron, Latios, Florges, Terrakion, Rotom Heat, and either Mesprit or Shaman. Those are the Pokemon that I expect him to see. I can see him bringing Zygarde and Pangoro as well, but I'm not entirely sure. So, let's go into our team, the Juventeis. So, first off on the screen, as you guys can see, we have Charizard, Atlas Flame, and this is not any Atlas Flame. This is our Atlas Flame, our lonely Atlas Flame. Lonely. Okay, stop. So, I decided to go with the mixed Charizard Y for this week 1 because let's face it, mixed Charizard Y with Flare Blitz and Fire Blast destroys his entire team. He has no switch-ins for it. Mega Aggron is still outcoded by Fire Blast even if he's max special defense and with a calm nature. Latios dies to a +1 Dragon Claw, Florges dies to Flare Blitz, Shamey dies to Flare Blitz or Fire Blast depending on his investment. Terrakion can take us on, but is still to hit KO by Flare Blitz under the sun anyways. Rotom Heat, I expected a special defensive Rotom Heat. It doesn't appreciate the Flare Blitz. It takes around 70% from a +1 Flare Blitz, so that is pretty cool. Mesprit doesn't want to take us on under the sun. Pangoro dies to Flare Blitz or Fire Blast. Zygarde is the one that actually can take us on. I was thinking maybe HPIs for the Zygarde, but I think that the coverage overall with Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Fire Blast and Flare Blitz was the best overall for his team, so I decided to not go with the HPIs. And I also have ways to deal with Zygarde, so I am not super duper worried about it. It can be a problem, but I think I will be able to play around Zygarde with the team that I have. So let's go a bit more in depth. So originally I had fully special defense, not special defense, special attacking Zygarde. I knew he would bring Rotom Heat, so originally I had Dragon Pulse, Fire Blast, Ancient Power, and Hidden Power Ice as I said before. Excuse me. But I was talking with my friend Villa, and he actually brought up something pretty interesting. Sorry, but as I was saying, I was talking with my friend Villa, and he actually brought up something pretty interesting, and that was that the Calm Mind Florges can't wall Charizard Y even in the sun, and that could be a problem. To be honest, that could be a problem because with Synthesis under the sun, he gets basically all his health back, and that is pretty scary. And Fire Blast is not to hit KO on the special defensive Florges anyways, even in the sun. And if he's fully defensive after a Cloud Mine, Fire Blast is not a one hit KO. It's not 2 hit KO anyways. So that was pretty spooky, I'm not gonna lie. So I decided to go with the mixed Dragon Nest set because Flare Blitz so close Florges, and I won't have to worry about it being Calm Mind or either Power Rock or something like that. So Flare Blitz is there. The main reason that I went with the mixed Charizard Y was because of Florges. And since I was already going with Flare Blitz, I started looking at Latios and whatnot and see if I could KO it with an Outrage. I could, but then I saw that I don't want to be locked into Outrage. So let's see Dragon Claw. And Dragon Claw actually goes Latios after Dragon Nest, so that is pretty cool. So we went with Dragon Claw as well. Uh, Also, I gotta mention I had a lot of help from Villa and Owen making this team. So shout out to those guys, even though they suck. But shout out to them. But yeah, uh, actually, Big Dragon Dance set was my idea. But originally I didn't have Fire Blast. I had EQ for the Dragon, but they told me that that way Mega Aggron could actually take a Flare Blitz a +1. It was true, but I didn't think that he would bring a Mega Aggron against me, but it's better be safe than sorry, so I did decide to bring a Fire Blast over Earthquake. Earthquake was just there just for the track because it would OHKO it, so there's that. So Fire Blast overall seems the best option. And this is our first mode. Can I go shiny? Let's see shiny. That black Zargon. I actually prefer his regular form more. So yeah. So this is gonna be our Zarvai. I actually started the team with this guy. So next up, I also have another mod that I knew I had to bring. I benched Frogadier, Godfrog, and I brought Bencham from the bench. Bencham, as you guys can see, there's a lot to his team. I can go Adamant actually because none of his slower mods that are none of his fastest mods that are slower than Bencham outspeed him unless they are Scarf. So I can go Adamant. I jump kick, bullet punch, toxic, and ice punch. Now I jump kick because it destroys everything. Bullet punch because it destroys flourishes, and I think I can KO it after a jump kick or an ice punch. Ice punch is there for Zygarde and Shaman, and toxic is there for Mesprit. I think Mesprit will be his main switch into Medicham. It is more than obvious, and I think that toxic works pretty well because if I go for toxic on this Mesprit, I will force it to go for a heal bell, or I will force him to go into Shaman or Flourish just to go for a heal bell or a aromatherapy. So that will give me momentum into the battle, and overall I think that is the best option. As I said, I can go Adamant, and he has no switchings for it apart from Mesprit. As I said, Latios is still to hit KO it by a jump kick. Mega Aggron is destroyed by it. Shaman doesn't want to take a high jump kick plus a nice punch. Terrakion, I'm not even going to talk about it because definitely does not take a high jump kick. Rotom does not take a high jump kick, and I expect Rotom to be a special offensive, so high jump kick will decimate that guy. Pangor dies, Zygarde dies to bullet punch plus ice punch, so not too worried about it. I'm also Life Orb. I was thinking maybe Bandit, but I think Life Orb is better overall, so just so I don't have to be locked into a move. And yeah, this is gonna be a matchup, and as you guys can see, we have two amazing wall breakers already, and the Zarwai can also be a setup sweeper, so we are pretty good in terms of offensive, but I need something that can reliably switch into the likes of Mega Aggron, Terrakion, Pangoro, and Zygarde, and that will be Chestnut. Now, I know Terrakion can get their airlace. I think Pangoro also gets their airlace, but it definitely gets Gunshot. So I have to be aware of those. But if they do pack that coverage, I can deal with that coverage as well. And Chestnut is here to resist their main stabs, which is Dark and Rock. Also, it doesn't take much from close combat from any of those, so that is pretty cool. I have a physical defensive Chestnut. Originally I already had Chestnut in mind. I just didn't know the set, and Owen actually said that the spikes would be pretty useful against Jim's team, because with spikes up I can go everything with basically with the Charizard Y, Medicham, and as I'll talk about it later, also Dredigon. So spikes are pretty important. I have Drain Punch for self-recovery and Leech Seed as well, and I have Super Fang because Latios, Rotom Heat, and Mesprit are pretty safe switch-ins into Chestnut, so I do have the Super Fang, so I can wear those down even more. Also with Super Fang, Leech Seed, Drain Punch, Curse Rest set on Mega Aggron is not a problem anymore, because with Super Fang I will always deal half, Leech Seed will give me more health, and Drain Punch will also give me even more health while taking his health, so I will be able to beat him in the 1v1 unless he's already at +6 when I send in my chestnut. So that will not be the case because chestnut will be my main answer to Mega Aggro. I think he also gets airless. I don't see me running airless unless he's a max attack airless. I don't think it's gonna be even a 3-hit KO with my chestnut. I have bulletproof over overgrowth because I don't have any grass moves apart from Lychee, and Lychee doesn't get bumped by overgrowth. I think. No, I don't think it does. Does it? Nah, I don't think it does. Nah. So let's just go with bulletproof. He might bring Shadow Ball on Latios or Shadow Ball on Mesprit, so who knows? I don't think the ability in Chestnut. I'm sorry about that. I don't think the ability in Chestnut will be super important. So let's just go with bulletproof. I thought. As I said, Drain Punch is there. I can't really touch the likes of Zygarde if he's a sub quad set, but Super Fang breaks a sub, so that is cool. And if he keeps on subbing, that he will reach a point where with my Super Fangs he will not be able to sub anymore. So I will also be able to leech in that Zygarde on the next turn and win 1v1 against the Zygarde. So this will be our Chestnut. Next up I have Excadrill the Dentist. Shout out to Shadi for the nickname. I have Choice Scarf because why not? Choice Scarf runs through his team. Unless his team is Scarf for him, he has nothing that can outspeed me unless Scarf Latios or Scarf Terrakion. Earthquake is there for main stab, Iron Hand for stab. I don't think I need much coverage apart from that. I was thinking maybe bringing X Scissor for the likes of Shaman. Not super worth it. So I decided to bring Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin because yes, Stealth Rocks are not super important, but if I can get them up, even better. Rapid Spin, that is important because he could bring rocks on the Mega Aggron, Terrakion or even Mesprit, so I need to spin those away, and with the Short Scarf I'll definitely be able to spin those away. So I have to keep Excadrill safe, or at least at a good amount of health where I can continuously to switch in on rocks to spin them away for the likes of Zard. Unless Zard is already away, my team doesn't really suffer from rocks apart from Togekis, and yeah. So Earthquake actually OHKOs Terrakion, Worm Hit, it does a lot of damage to Pangoro, it deals decent to Zygarde. Iron Head has the potential to OHKO Florges if he's not fully defensive. Earthquake does a lot to Latios. It's a 3 hit KO on Mega Aggron, so it's cool. So yeah, overall Excadrill also has a potential to sweep late game, so that is cool with the Choice Scarf. But looking at his team, he doesn't have the best switches into Excadrill, so I think that defensive Shaman would be his best answer to Excadrill, either defensive Shaman or defensive Zygarde. One of those two will definitely come to check Excadrill. I don't think he'll bring both. He might, if he brings both, I think Shaman will actually be offensive and Zygarde will be more defensive build to check Excadrill. So that is what I'm thinking. So next up we have Dredigon. As you guys saw on the first months, I don't have nothing that wants to switch in on Random Hit. Thunderbolt won't switch for Zard Y. Overheat on the Dentist, Reinhardt and Fate will destroy them. So I need something that can reliably keep on coming in or Random Hit, and that is Assault Vest Dredigon. Assault Vest is an idea from Owen. Originally I had Restock Dredigon, but he said why not Assault Vest with Facade, and that way you can maximize your attack and OHKO things like Florges after a spike, OHKO Latios with the Dragon Claw, and still to hit kill Latios with the Sucker Punch, and leave a Scarf Draco Meteor from a Latios. With this set I'm also not to hit KO'd by Specs that include Shaman, which is cool. With the 164 in HP, 92 in speed def and max attack, I can actually, if he's a offensive Shaman, I have the potential to go it with a gang shot after a spike. If he's a more physical offensive, it will it will be a 2-hit KO and he won't be able to touch me at all unless he flinches with their slash, which would be annoying. So I would have to counter with my own air slashing Togekis. So we don't want to go down that route. So do not bring air slash on Champion and try to flinch my Dreadnought Team, please. So not much talk about. Facade is there in case of Rorom try to burn my Dreadnought. I can see if he's a leftovers Rorom, he'll definitely try and burn my Dreadnought the next turn I switch it in. If I don't see any item, I think he'll definitely be Scarf. He might be, and according to damage, he might also be Assault Vest. That could be an option. So I kind of have to see what kind of item that Rotom is, because I definitely expect a special offensive Rotom to wall my Zarwai, which he won't because I have Flare Blitz, boys. Okay, but next up we have Togeki's Icarus here, and Togeki's main job is just to wish, and the main one that I want to wish is gonna be Dreadigon. Now, Togeki's also attracts two mods, attracts Mega Aggron and attracts Rotom Heat, and I can't really deal much of those. So, if he brings Mega Aggron, Chestnut will be our answer. If he brings Rotom, Dreadigon will be our answer. And I also have Ancient Power, because out of these two, Mega Aggron and Rotom Heat are the ones that Togekis can really touch. I decided, or I think that Rotom Heat is more of a threat than Mega Aggron is. Because let's face it, even if he's rest curse set on Mega Aggron, Charizard Y will just destroy it with the Fire Blast, and Chestnut beats in 1v1 with Leech Seed and Super Fang, plus Drain Punch, of course. So I think that Rotom Heat is more of a threat overall to this team than Mega Aggron is, because as you guys can see, Rotom Heat hits 4 out of my 6 Pokemon super effective with his main stab. It can also pack Shadow Ball for Medicham, but Medicham doesn't even like Will-O-Wisps or Overheats, so there is that. So I have to keep Dreadigon alive as much as I can for the Rotom. Also with Dreadigon, I can leave a Moonblast, 2 Moonblasts from Florges, and kill it with Gunk Shot. I can leave, as I said, a Scarf Draco Meteor from Latios, and kill it with a Dragon Claw, or even 2-hit kill it with a Sucker Punch. If Latios is already around 60%, Sucker Punch will kill, so that is cool. But going more into Togeki's, Togeki's SI is more here just to Wish Pass, Ancient Power as coverage. Then I have T-Wave plus Air Slash because it's a Togekiss, and I would be a douche if I didn't bring Thunder Wave plus Air Slash. I'm joking. But Thunder Wave is here more just for the Latios and Terrakion, and also Pangoro, which is a possible Scarf and a Scary Scarf at that. So there's that. Air Slash is there as my main stab. I was thinking maybe Fairy coverage. It doesn't gleam, but I think that Air Slash overall is better, because with Thunder Wave I can flinch things, and you guys know how Togekiss works, and that is cool, flinching things, as long as it's not my things. But I didn't know about the spread, so I just decided to bring a more defensive. That way I can still leave a Stone Edge from a Terrakion if he's not Life Orb or Choice Banded or any boosting item apart from Scarf. I can also take on Psyshocks from Latios. I can leave a Scarf Gunk Shot from Pangoro. So that is cool. And I can T-Wave any of those trees. I would definitely T-Wave happily. I have 28 EVs in speed just in case if he brings a more defensive Mesprit and tries to put in some speed on it. If he outspeeds my Togekiss and he's still defensive, I can more or less see what kind of speed he runs, so that is cool as well. So this will be the team. We have Atlas Flame, Fade, Reynard, the Dentist, Crimson Head, and Icarus. I'm really liking this team. I think the synergy is super awesome. If I take out Rotom Heat earlier in the game, even better for me because the likes of Chestnut, Togakis, and Escudrill will be able to come in more freely, and that will just help me overall. Um, but yeah, going to his team, I think I already said this at the beginning of the video, but I'll say it again. I think Mega Aggron, Latios, Florges, Terrakion, and Rotom Heat are certain. The last one will be either Shaman or Mesprit. That's what I think. I don't think he'll bring Pangoro or Zygarde. He might bring. There's a possibility, but I'm not entirely expecting. But even if he brings it, I am more than prepared for those as well. So this will be the team that we will be bringing for the Meath Mamoswines week 1. This video will be up on Thursday, battle will be up on Friday, so that's cool. So stay tuned, and I will definitely catch you guys next time. So peace.